try this right hand. Center column. 1, 2, 3. 4 can't be there because that's 4. That's 4. Welcome to the left coast. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday when I'm recording this, but I don't know what day you're watching, so, but anyway, happy Sunday. And I've got some real fruit candies to munch on, chew on, whatever you want to call it, while I do a couple games of Sudoku. So, let's move the Sudoku book aside for a second. Again, with these Dear Candy Co., they really are working hard to make sure you know this is certified plant-based. I can't remember if these are from Walmart or from London Drugs. London Drugs, if you don't know, they're a retailer in Canada. Guessing kind of like a bigger version of Walgreens or CVS, something kind of like that. They're kind of a catch-all. They've got everything from, electronics to books to, a little bit of grocery items, and they've got a pharmacy and, a little bit of everything. So, anyway, this isn't a commercial for London Drugs, but I don't know, somehow it turned into that. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's either London Drugs or Walmart, I can't remember, but made by Dare Foods Limited in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. And this package happens to be superfruits. So we have cranberry, blackcurrant, blueberry, and blackberry. All flavors that I enjoy, so that's good. So anyway, let's get right into it. Well, I just gotta find where I put my scissors. And here they are. Make sure we don't have any at the top. We're gonna cut in half. Okay, let's see. Oh, these smell so good. There they are. So let me grab my bowl. Just gotta wipe it out because the last thing that was in there was those fuzzy peaches, and they live. Oh, there's still some in there. They left a little bit of residual sugar. So, oh well. Okay, let's see. Looks like lots. Let's see. We'll compare with the package. So this must be blueberry. I think. Oh, no, I think that's blackcurrant. That must be blueberry. And that must be blackberry. And so this must be cranberry. There we go. Okay. Let's try the cranberry first. Out of these flavors, I'd say cranberry is probably my least favorite. I do enjoy cranberry juice, but I probably wouldn't, just buy cranberries and eat them. I don't know anybody that would do that, but they are good for you. That's pretty good. Okay, let's try the blackcurrant. Oh, so good. Well, 2 for 2 so far. Let's try blueberry. So far, blueberry is my favorite. Let's try the blackberry. That's good as well. They're all good. I think, for preference, I probably like the blueberry ones the best. Then the blackberry, then the blackcurrant, and then the cranberry. The cranberry ones are okay. They're not bad by any means. I just like the other ones more. That's all. So, okay. Just gonna munch on these while I play. Okay, so quick run through of the rules if you're not familiar. Each of these 9 squares has to have the numbers 1 through 9 without repeating. As well, each column all the way across and each row have to have the numbers 1 through 9 without repeating. So what you have to do is look at the clues and figure out where all the numbers go. And when I play, I just kind of bounce around all over the place wherever my brain takes me. Yeah, just sort of see where we go. I'll do my best to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Okay, so this square here needs a 9. These two can't be a 9 because that's a 9. Now, one of these 3 has to be a 9 because I know the 9 isn't there and the 9 isn't here because this square already has a 9. So the 9 has to be here. It can't be here because there's a 9 in that column, and it can't be here because there's a 9 in that column already. So that's a 9. That one was a little bit complicated for the first one. But, you know, I just want my brains off first. Okay. So this square needs a 6. That can't be a 6 because there's 6 in that row. That can't be a 6 because there's a 6 in that column. So that's a 6. Now this square needs a 6. It can't be here because there's a 6 there, and it can't be there because there's a 6 there. So that's a 6. Now I know those can't be a 6, and that can't be a 6 because that's a 6. So the 6 on this square has to be in one of those two. But I don't. Let's see. 6 can't be there, and it can't be there. So it has to be there, which means this 6 has to be there. You can kind of see how it works, just, you know, as I play. Hopefully you can kind of pick up on it. And I've said before in other videos, I tried Sudoku years ago and failed miserably at it and didn't really understand it or get it and just had a hard time with it. And then I started watching ASMR Sudoku videos, and something just clicked. Just watching a few videos of somebody playing through and really explaining what they were doing, and then I tried it again, and I've had much better success at it. So anyway, that's enough rambling for right now. Let's see, 1, 1, 1, 1. So one of these has to be a 1, but I don't know which one yet. Oh, hold on. So that's not a 1 because that's a 1, and that's not a 1 because that's a 1. So that's a 1. Let's look at this middle row in the top section. 1, 2 can't be there because that's a 2, and 2 can't be there because that's a 2. So that's a 2. 3, 4. 4 could be in either. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 can't be there because that's an 8. So that's an 8, which means that's the 4 because it's the only one left. And this one is a 2 because it's the only number left to fill in that column. Or in that square, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the only one left. And sorry, it can't be there, but it could be there or there. 5, 6, 7, 8 can't be there, so it has to be there. Which means the 4 has to be there, because now we know the 4 is in one of those two, and it can't be that one, because that's a 4. So now there's only one left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the only one left. So now, looking across, this row has a 9, and this row has a 9, so the 9 has to be here in that square. It can't be here, because that's a 9. So that's a 9. Which means, looking down in the columns, these can't be a 9 because that 9, and that can't be a 9 because that's a 9. It's one of these two. It can't be this one because that's a 9. So that's a 9. And then let's try a blackberry one. Okay. Let's try this right hand. Center column. 1, 2, 3. 4 can't be there because that's a 4. That's a 4. That's a 4. Because this is a 4 because now those and that are covered by that 4 and that 4. Only one left in this column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the only one left. Okay. Let's do the center column on the right, in the right squares. 1, 2, 3. 3 can't be there, but it could be there or there. 4, 5. 5 can't be there because that's a 5. And it can't be there because that's a 5. So that's a 5. 6, 7. 7 can't be there. Can't be there because that's a 7. So that's a 7. Okay, what are we missing? 3 is the only one left. Okay, and now the 3 has to be there because that can't be a 3 because that's a 3. Let's see what one haven't I had in a minute. I want blueberry, but I think this is a blueberry. Oh yeah, it's good. Okay, let's look at this row in the bottom section. That can't be a 1, but that could be a 1. Or that could be 1, we don't know. 2. 2 could be anywhere. 3, okay. That can't be a 3 because of that 3, and that can't be a 3 because of that 3. So that's the only one left that can be a 3. And we still need a 1. It can't be there because that's a 1. So that's a 1. And there's only one left, which is 2. And now in that square, there's only one left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the only one left. Okay. So now this row here needs an 8. And it can't be there because we just learned that that's an 8. So that means that's an 8. There's only one left, and it looks like it's a 2. 1, 2, yep. Okay, now both of these columns only have one left at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the only one left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the only one left. And this square only has one left. I don't know how I missed that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the only one left. Okay, let's do this very bottom row. 1, 2, that can't be a 2 because that's a 2. So that's a 2. 1, 2, 3 is the only one left. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that has to be a 7 because that can't be a 7 because that's a 7. Which means both these outside columns in this square and these squares have a 7. So 7 has to be in one of these two. It can't be there because that's a 7. So that's a 7. Now this row only has one left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the only one left. And here there's only one, which is 8. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Okay. 1, let's do this column. 1, 2, 3, 4. It needs a 4 also needs a 5. It can't be there because that's a 5. So that means that's a 5 and that's a 4. Okay, so 4. So this column has a 4 and that column has a 4. So that's 4. The only number left there is 1, which means that has to be a 1 because it can't be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the only one left. And there we go. Done. Let's see. Oh, sure, let's have a black currant. So you can see, making sure that looks like a 4. As you can see, if you go back and check your work, there's no duplicate numbers in each of these squares, or in each of the rows, or in each of the columns. And that's how you know you've done it right. So if I just pick a number at random, 6, there's only one 6 there. 6 is in the bottom row, 6. 6 doesn't conflict. 6 doesn't conflict. 6, no. 6, 6, 6. Then none of them conflict. So we're good. Anyway, we'll keep on going. Let's have a cranberry. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my content, and if you do, I hope you'll consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel. And I'm not a creator that will ask a lot for subscribers, but I do really appreciate it when people do subscribe. I really appreciate it. So anyway, let's do the next puzzle. I'll just get right into it. So let's see. This square needs an 8. Can't be there because that's an 8, and it can't be there because that's an 8, and it can't be there because that's an 8. So it's got to be there. There's only one left. Okay. So let's see. That means one of those two has to be an 8. But I don't have enough clues to figure that out yet. Let's see. That can't be a 1. So that row, that row has to be a 1. And that's a 1, which means one of these is a 1. It can't be that one because that's a 1. That's a 1. Hopefully I'm not going too fast, but sometimes my brain just gets going ahead of itself. Okay. 7. So those can't be a 7, and those can't be a 7 because that's a 7 and that's 7. It has to be one of these two. Okay. Now I know the 7 can't be here. That means the 7 has to be one of these two. That means that's a 7. Okay. So now the same kind of principle here. With a 9, that can't be a 9, because that's a 9. So that means the 9 has to be in one of these 3. And that blocks those from being a 9. Those can't be a 9 because that's a 9. So it has to be one of these two. That can't be a 9 because that's a 9. So that's a 9. Now moving into the middle, these aren't 9s and those aren't 9s because that 9, that 9. That's a 9. So that means those two can't be a 9. So that's a 9. Let's see. That can't be a 9. That can't be a 9. It's one of those. Right, we already established that. Okay. So this square here, that can't be a 1 because that's a 1. So that's a 1, which means that's a 1 because that row needs a 1 and it can't be any of those. Okay. So that tells me those can't be a 1 and those can't be a 1 because that's a 1 and that can't be a 1 because that's a 1. So that's a 1. Now, speaking of 1s, that can't be a 1 because that's a 1, And those can't be a 1 because that's a 1. So that's a 1. Just looking at 4s. That can't be a 4 because that's a 4, so it could be there or there. That doesn't help. Let's try this center column. 1, 2, needs a 2. Can't be there because that's a 2. So that's a 2. 3. Could be either of those. And 4 could be either of those. So that doesn't help. Okay, let's do this row here. It's only got 2 left. 1, 2 needs a 3. Could be either 4 or 5. Needs a 6. That can't be a 6 because that's a 6. So that's a 6, and then that makes that a 3 by default. Okay, let's try this vertical column here. It's only got 2 left. 1, 2, it needs a 2. That can't be a 2 because that's a 2. That means that's a 2, which means that can't be a 2, and that can't be a 2 because that's a 2. So that's a 2, which means that's a 2 because that one covers those 2, and that is covered by that one. So that's a 2. Okay. Oh, this square only has 1 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the only one left. Okay. Let's try this square. 1, 2, 3 could be either, and 4 could be either. That doesn't work. Let's try here. 1, 2, 3. 3 has to be here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 has to be. No, there's nothing I can do there yet. Gotta wait a minute on that one. Oh, this column only has 1 left. I don't know. I'm a little tired today, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the only one left. Okay. So these can't be a 7 because that's a 7. So that's a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 has to be there because that can't be 4 because that's a 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the only one left. So that must make that a 3 because it's the only one left in that column, which makes that a 4 because it's the only number left in that square. So that means one of these has to be a 4. The 4 has to be one of these 2 because it can't be those 2 because it's there, which means one of these is a 4, which means that these can't be a 4. That can't be a 4. We just learned because of that 4. So that's a 4. And let's try this middle row in the bottom section. 1, 2, 3 could be either 4, 5, 6, 7 could be in either section. No, it has to be in this, but it could be there too, so I don't know yet. Okay. Let's try the very top row. 1, 2, 3 could be either 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 could be either. Let's try the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it needs a 4. It can't be there because that's a 4. So that's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the only one left. Okay, so that means that can't be a 5 because that's a 5. So that's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the only one left. Let's try this bottom row in the top section. 1, 2. It needs a 2. That can't be a 2 because that's a 2. So that's a 2. Fix that 5. There's only one left there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Still don't know. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still don't know. Okay. Let's try this column here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Needs a 5. That can't be a 5 because that's a 5. So that's a 5. And 6 is the only one left. So that's a 6. 1, 2, 3, these two can't be a 4 because that's a 4. So that's a 4, which means that can't be a 4. So that's a 4, which means that's a 3. Which means that's a 3 because that can't be a 3 because we just learned that's a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the only one left. Okay, let's do the center column. 1, 2, 3 is the only one left. So that means that this is a 3, which means this is a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 is the only one left. So that means that's a 9, because those can't be a 9, because that's a 9, and that can't be a 9, because I just filled that in as a 9. So this column only has one left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that can't be a 6 now, and that can't be a 6, because that's a 6. So that's a 6. This row only has one left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the only one left. So that makes that a 7 because of that 7 there. It's weird, my pen shouldn't be dying, it's full of ink. Oh well, I'll fix it after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the only one left. And 8 is the only one left there. Okay. Done. That one was quick. Anyway, I would love to keep going, but I'm still slightly under the weather, and my throat still slightly hates me. So, I don't know how much more whisper talking I can do. So, I'm gonna call it quits for tonight, but I'll be back with more Sudoku soon. So, anyway, until next time, have a good night.